biggest pot of the challenge. 1218 big blinds. Almost $1,800. And this is how I got there. One cool feature at WPT Global are bomb pots. So everyone posts 8 big blinds and we see the flop. And obviously they create a lot of action. In this case I flop top 2. Since there's already straight on the board, I don't want to start betting, but I check and see what happens. Now the last guy to act, which I have marked as a really aggro recreational, bets 2/3, and now I am willing to get the money in with my top 2. So I raise roughly 3x and let's see what happens. He thinks for quite some time and clicks the call button. Now that we have made basically the nuts, I thought that this time it might be better just to check and let him hang himself. And he insta shoves it in, drawing dead. So at least this time it was the right decision. I limp behind and it goes limp, 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 check, 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 check. And the flop comes 5, 6, 9 with 2 spades. So I flop a gutter, a flush draw plus a middle pair. So pretty much the word. And we have to remember that I have a straight flush draw, which would give me a huge bonus here. Now tied reg leads. I decide just to call here. Big reason for just calling is the chasing for the straight flush. And the recreational falls behind, and now aggro reg raises. And to be honest, I'm not sure what to think about here when he check raises. Is he just trying to win the pot, or does he really have a monster like 7, 8 or set or something like that? Now the tight reg re-raises him. And I'm thinking, okay, what if one of them has the straight already? Okay, then I have flush outs to beat them. If they have set, I have flush plus straight draw outs to beat them. And if they have only flush draw, I'm actually ahead already. And so much money already inside there, I decided to get it in. What do you guys think? Is this way too loose? And as I thought, that check raiser guy was full of it, just trying to steal the pot, but the tight reg behind me actually had the straight. But we had good odds even against him, or decent. Not giving the odds if I would have known the situation, but it is what it is. So we started the week, bankroll being at $7,370, and I'm still playing in a 300. But I came to the week feeling really confident about my play and trusting the reads. And this week tested that. And it delivered the biggest pot of the challenge. But first, let's go here. I open King Queen suited from under the gun, get one call from reg and another call from, well, real aggro recreational. So the flop comes ace high, and the board being so static, I thought that I can c-bet there as a bluff. Often I don't c-bet against multiple opponents with air, but this time I decided to, and only the recreational calls. And now I decide to check the turn behind. And sometimes we still have the best hand here, I believe. So I'm looking to go to showdown. But now that he bets half a pot, actually, I think that we are good here often enough to call the bet when he bets 50%. It's really, really close, but sometimes it pays off. And the bluff catching continues. Aggro recreational from button opens. I obviously 3-bet ace queen offsuit for value. The flop comes 5 high, which in general is better for him than me. But now, after he checks the flop back instantly, I think that we have the best hand here basically always. Turn obviously sucks. Now 2 is a straight, 7 is a straight, yada yada yada. But he checks that behind as well. So I insta check it to him because I don't see value in betting here, or maybe sometimes weaker ace high could call, but he was so aggro that I was expecting him to take the bite at latest on the river. So I'm prepared to flick in the call here. And fair enough, he bets like 2/3 of the pot and I snap it off and ace high beats king high. Well played, Billy. Next up, biggest pot of the challenge. And it's interesting in other ways as well. So here, one recreational opens for 8 bigs, another one calls, and a maniac 3 bets. And I have an ace queen. I could 4 bet or call here. This time I decided just to flat call. And we go to the flop of ace 10 king. Of course, I have top pair, basically top kicker here, so the flop is pretty good. Now that he bets 1/3, usually that's not a sign of strength, so I just click the call because I don't see any merit in raising here. Meaningless 2 on the turn, or should be meaningless at least. You never know if he has ace deuce or something like that. Now he bets a bit bigger, which ain't something that I love, but I'm not going anywhere still. And now, river shouldn't change anything. If I was ahead, I'm still ahead. And now he shoves over a pot. I'm not loving that, but the maniac that he is, I just can't do anything but call here. And beautiful 1218 big blinds pot at NL 300. What would be cooler than hitting the flush when you open against 2 players? And that's what happens when I open Queen Jack suited and flop the flush. This time I decided to check it behind. Basically because I have pretty much nailed the flop, and on top of that there is the nice bonus if we hit our straight flush. We have 2 outs to hit that, so from the flop it's roughly like almost 10% to hit it. So that's the reason why. So now on the turn I decide to bet small to get value from all kinds of straights and 2 pairs and stuff like that. And I get 1 call. And on the river I hit the straight flush. And here the question is how much to bet. I'm thinking that the villain, he very well could have 8 of spades or ace of spades, and the way I played it, I calculated in game that it might be more beneficial to ship it in almost 10x the pot, and that seemed to be the case. The real question is that should I bet small to get him raising the straight flush with 8, or is he scared of me having Queen Jack? Well, I don't think so if I bet small, but if I re-raise him, then maybe he gets away. Well, I don't know. I get dealt 6-7 suited on small blind with 2 rakes behind me, so obviously I open that. And first rake 3 bets me. This is a slam dunk call in my opinion. And now when the flop comes queen high, obviously I check to the raiser. And he thought for a little while before betting small. Now that he bets like 1/3, I only have 7 high here. But I have backdoor flush draw and a backdoor straight draw. And on top of that we are in the widest formation possible. He bets small, so I think that he has a lot of air on his range. So every once in a while I raise in this situation. So I basically 3-exit, or precisely 3-exit him, and this time he folds. I will finish the week from the tables, and the reason you'll see soon. So I started the week at 7,370 box. I played it for 14 hours, and here is the reason why I wanted to finish this from the tables. The final bankroll is 10,880 bucks and 26 cents. So we hit the 10k mark just before 100 hours actually. That's just amazing. But I don't think that's just pure luck. King high call, ace high call, trusting the read on the biggest pot, calling with just one pair. It was a huge pot, so it was a no-brainer in my opinion. So I'm feeling really comfortable getting to next week. But if you haven't done that already, please subscribe and like. I promise you that there will be lots of cool situations next week as well. Thanks for watching. Until next week.